It's happened again. Another hospital with hidden cameras found in multiple bathrooms. I just told you guys about this earlier this week. Episode 104 of Nurses Uncorked Podcast goes into many of the recent examples of this because this is happening at alarming rates and it's barely being talked about or covered. You're not going to believe this one. This is Northwell Health in New York State. 9 different bathrooms at 2 different facilities, Northwell Health Stars Rehab and Northwell Sleep Disorder Center in New York. He was using a fake smoke alarm with a hidden camera in it that he would just Velcro onto the wall. And get this, as many as 13,000 patients and employees have potentially been recorded. A 47-year-old sleep technician that worked nights there, yes, an employee did this, is accused of filming as many as 13,000 patients and staff, and some were children, between July of 2023 and April of 2024. At the end of his shift, he would remove the smoke detector, the fake one, and transfer the files to an SD card. But someone caught him watching one of the videos on a work computer. There's already at least 4 civil lawsuits pending, including a class action lawsuit that was just filed on Wednesday. And I sincerely hope employees are part of this. I'm going to give you phone numbers in a minute if you think you may have been affected by this. And there's criminal charges against this guy. He's been charged with 5 counts of second-degree unlawful surveillance and 2 counts of tampering with physical evidence, which only has him facing between 18 months and 4 years, and that is just not enough. He has pled not guilty to all of these counts. Now, the victims, they were not notified by the hospital until May, over a year since this was discovered, which has everyone even more upset. Now, the hospital is claiming that the DA's office asked them to delay in notifying victims until the criminal investigation was completed, but I don't think that has been confirmed. So, as I said, an employee caught him looking at video of a man on a toilet at work, allegedly on his work computer, and reported it in April of 2024. They searched his home and they found multiple recording devices, phones, and laptops. And he tried to get rid of some of the evidence by throwing it in a dumpster near his home. Now, they are still going through months and months of videos, and attorneys think that the number, the 13,000 people, may actually go up because he actually purchased this in 2022. So there could be even more to this. Northwell Health did finally, recently, send out 13,000 letters to potential victims, all the patients that visited one or both of the facilities between those dates. And there is also the component of a potential HIPAA violation here because, strictly prohibits unauthorized recordings in healthcare centers. So there is a lot to this case. There's already multiple law firms that are wanting people to call in if they think they may have been affected. So here are numbers for 3 of them. If you worked there, because employees, you need to do this. If you worked there, or if you were a patient or visitor there between July 2023 and April of 2024, give one of these a call. And again, employees, do not fall victim to any kind of gaslighting from management. And I don't know that they're doing this. I'm just guessing because management, them saying they're doing their part. They've, there's no more than what they've told you. They've reported it. But no, you have rights and you need to also be reaching out to these attorneys and get in on the class action lawsuit. Remember, I told you guys back in April of this year about the University of Maryland pharmacist who had been spying for a decade on employees, even hacked their home surveillance systems? I told you about another case earlier this year in which employees had reached out to me and none of them were reporting any of this. You guys have to report these things, file individual police reports, contact attorneys, do all the things. And again, episode 104 of Nurses Uncorked Podcast that came out this week, I break down a bunch of other cases that are all within the last year. I've been telling you guys, like, this is way more pervasive than anybody realizes. And it is concerning.